In this tutorial, we will start from where we left off in the last video. If you haven't watched it, click on the I button and go and watch it. First of all, we will import cluster module. Thereafter, we will import operating system module. We are importing operating system module for getting number of CPUs available in the system. So we will start as many processes as number of CPU cores in the system to take advantage of all the available processing power. Now there are two things we can check in the cluster module. If you're using node version 16 or later, we have to check cluster.isPrimary. Otherwise, you have to check cluster.isMaster. Since cluster.isMaster is deprecated after version 16, I am using node version 18.12.1, so I am gonna use cluster.isPrimary, which returns true if the process is primary, and we will use cluster.isWorker, which returns true if the process is not primary. Then we will get available CPUs in the system. To get that, we will use operating system.cpus method, which returns an array, and we will use cluster.fork method for each CPU core available in the system, which can be called from primary process and spawns a new worker process for each CPU. When cluster.fork is executed from the primary process, the current module index.js is run again, but this time in the worker mode. Since cluster.isWorker is set to true and isPrimary to false, when the application runs as a worker, it starts a new HTTP server. Now we will move all our code we did in the last chapter, including importing process ID and calling express function, so that each time when cluster is forked and runs our index.js module, it will start a new HTTP server. Now we will run our code and inspect it in the terminal. As you can see in the terminal, there are 8 processes with the given process ID are running, controlled by the primary process. As I am using Mac M1, I have got 4 performance and 4 efficiency core. Total 8 cores, therefore 8 processes are running. Now we will load our server with autocannon with 200 concurrent requests for 10 seconds. And we will check how many requests can now it serve using cluster module. As you can see, requests are being served using different process IDs. Now you can see it on the terminal that it can serve 5256 requests per second. If we run the test again, it can now serve 6118, so the average value will be around 6000. In previous video, when we checked it without using cluster module, it could serve 2300 requests per second, and now it can serve 6000 requests per second using cluster module, which is nearly 3 times faster, and that's how we can scale our server using cluster module in Node.js.